This is a silver Jinx game from, let me get the name here. The name's right in front of me. What am I thinking? From Drewfinger. Thank you for subscribing. This guy just subscribed recently. Let me go ahead and switch the thing to LoL Replay Review. This dude just subscribed to me, so maybe this is a sign that subscribers get special privileges, special treatment. So, the reason I picked this dude's replay is he basically told me his elo. He told me what he did well, where, you know, what happened. Like, I know what to expect going into this game. Basically, he said they do well in lane, and then some shit happens after the bot lane phase where mistakes were made. Mistakes were made, and the game is lost. So we're gonna try to figure out what he did wrong, what he can improve. Okay. Right away, team's not invading, so whatever, just take position somewhere safe. You have vision here in the tri-brush. All is well and good. We're going to skip ahead to the leash. And then the lane. Now I'm prepping that Benny Hill, dude. This is good, pushing the lane, pushing the lane. You should be rushing level 2. I like the pacing. You didn't just open shove. You didn't have to. Positionally there, yeah, be a little careful. Stepping too far over the minions to harass. Cancel a lot of autos. Not sure what you're afraid of at the moment. For some reason, Leona came into the lane low. Now, this might be the reason the lane phase goes pretty well. And 9th minion is when we're going in. Ninth minion. Alright. First mistake. As soon as treat the bot lane, you can be confident early levels. Like, I know you're scared of, you know, throwing away a first blood or whatever, but I want you to notice something. Positionally, I want more aggression. If you want to really optimize this, by the way, and I know you win this lane or whatever, but this is just for you to develop your confidence as a player, okay? Yes, sometimes you're going to be really aggressive and really confident, and you're going to fuck up and you're going to die. Yes, I got that, viewers. I get it, I get it. Everyone is scared to make plays. Something about League of Legends community in general is that, like, if you try to make a risky move and you fail, your team flames you. But one thing I want you guys to understand and make, like, crystal clear, alright? When you're playing solo queue, your goal is to carry. The only time your goal isn't to carry is when you fall behind. You give your teammates a chance to carry. Okay, that's how the yin and yang should work. You should be taking initiatives in your lanes as soon as possible whenever you're given the opportunity. So, here, Nautilus is doing some poking or whatever. You get some autos off. What I want you to do, though, and think and focus on in bot lane is be aware when you're going to spike level 2. This is a very pivotal moment in the lane, okay? This is something that's not really balanceable either. There's no counterplay to this, especially in the bot lane. So once you're at level 2, and once you're nearing level 2, your positioning needs to reflect that you're going to be level 2, and you know you're going to win any fight. So here, look at your positioning. Way back? Hell no. Step in. You only have to auto twice, so you should be in this range. Auto 1, then micro forward, auto the second one, or walk forward. You can step right into these guys at that point. And yes, I'm confident that you can step into these guys, alright? The reason why is because they're not going to hit level 2. Nautilus is going to play off your aggression and move in with his hook. You will not die. You have heal, you have flash, you're not dying, okay? So step into that when you're level 2. Every time, every game, if you're the aggressor, take the initiative. If you're these guys, you need to be playing back. Okay? They don't have a reason to play back at the particular moment because you're not giving them, you're not forcing them back. This is your position right now. You could be right in their grill. They can't do anything about this. Okay? Like I said, I know you win the lane, but it's just something to optimize. Sometimes it's a race. Sometimes it's a race to get ahead, especially in lower elo games. if you miss your opportunities to get ahead and take initiative in a lane, someone else in another lane is very likely to fuck up or, you know, get ahead on the other team. So, Raven just asked, is trading worth missing a handful of CS? In that spot, going level 2, yes. Yes, miss some CS. Establish lane control. Encourage, set the tone of the lane. Deal damage, get control of the lane. The lower you get these guys, whenever you're given the opportunity, the lower you get these guys here, even if you get ganked. Now, obviously, this jungle shit isn't working out for old Tam, but the sooner that you get these guys low, that means ganks are less likely to succeed for the other team. So take initiative. I like to harass, it's all good. You gotta be a little wary of an engage now. Now they're even levels, so they can kind of blow you up if you fuck up. This is good. You have vision control right now. It's Tom Kench. You don't have to worry too much about a gank. The only thing you really have to worry about is an engage from Leona here. The only reason that they're ahead of you in a level right now is because the lane got froze, but you should match right after that minion. There you go. You're both level 4. Let's speed this up a little bit. Nothing too eventful is going on. Let's look at that trade. Nautilus hooks in. Try to open with chompers. Whenever your teammate goes for it. So, whenever your teammate steps in, I know it's a little laggy because we rewound. But whenever your teammate goes in, you need to be thinking about a good way to stack the CC. So here you stepped in. Nautilus showed that he was going aggressive. Remember, when he hooks somebody, that's a prime time to chopper it up, dude. Jinx and Nautilus work really well together with the chain CC. Leona's in a weird spot, so this is the perfect time to go for that and maybe get a flash on cooldown or something. See that CC? When your support, remember, when your support steps in, you step in. That's how you make the really clean plays. Farm, farm, farm. Nautilus hooks in. There's the chompers down. Good damage. You can consider switching to minigun. I didn't mind it because they were grouped up. I like to use the cannon a lot too when I play Jinx. I like to use it in spots people are like, you're using cannon there? So I understand, it's cool. This is really good for you. Your positioning there was strange. Oh, I see. You went to ward. Alright. So you go to ward right as he hits the hook. Which is so lame for you, because if you weren't warding there, you're actually going to get that kill. So now you get Callista's flash. And you guys are in great spot. Like, it's pretty hard for them to come back, like, in the lane without flash or heal. I wouldn't be too scared of this at all. This gank doesn't mean anything to me. They can't kill you there, and that's how I would view it. The HP disparity is a little too wide, I think. Push, push, push. Yeah, 56 CS. You should be in range to buy BF sword. Alright, let's look at this kill. Lock him up. Wow. Nautilus probably missed an opportunity to go in and potentially get a double kill. I'm not sure. Just because I think he should have ulted right away. But that's fine. You get the kill anyway, so we're... Now you definitely have enough to buy some shit. Should be backing. This is all good. BF sword. And the pickaxe, so you have enough for 2 items. Good positioning here. Afraid of the engage until Nautilus gets back. This is good. This is all good. Oh yeah, you're dominating bottom. You guys actually wind up losing this. Interesting. Alright. So let's see what happens here. You push up. You don't have an ult. Nautilus doesn't have his ult. You see Tom coming behind. You saw him step over a ward. What are you going to do now? Back down. This is good. Okay, good. So the gank is a fail. Wait, where'd you burn your flash? Let's back this up. Yeah, I guess flash is okay. You don't really know for sure if you're safe. I think it was close, though. I mean, here's the reason that I wouldn't have burned flash right away. You're not checkmated yet. In my opinion, you're not checkmated yet. Now, you see Callista up here. When they're chasing you, I know this is more of a mechanical error. Yeah, once she's hit you, like, just tank it out a little bit and see where you stand, in my opinion. Because you know Callista's up here, and you know Ori's mid, you know Renekton's top. Like, you don't have to flash. I think you probably, because you're so ahead right now, I'm only telling you this, man, because, like, I'm only telling you this because you're so far ahead, and with your damage spike, this is a spot where I would probably step into it. Plus, even though Tom has red buff, he doesn't have items and he doesn't have armor. Well, no, he doesn't have armor yet. He's a jungler, so he's going to be really squishy. And you see how squishy he is, actually, when you guys turn. Remember that junglers are squishy right now. Unless they're really ahead, junglers are squishy. So if it's a 2-on-2 and you're fed and you have a level advantage, I wouldn't just burn the flash right away. I would be a little bit more confident in that spot. Like I said, this is a mechanical thing. You see the Leona ult, you want to just flash and get away. I got it, and you don't want to give the shutdown away. But at the same time, I think you were pretty safe, like 90% of the time, based off of the fact that, like, positionally, we know that you're safe here. If Callista's with them, yes, flash. Callista isn't with them, and you know she can't just magically warp down, so battle. Battle! Battle, dude! Fucking battle. And you see that? That's why you keep the flash right there. Is because I think you probably could have cleaned up a kill and got red buff and got even more ahead. I'm more about talking myself into, like, aggressive moves, okay? So remember, when you're ahead, think, how can I get more ahead? So keep that flash for last minute, because they're not just going to be able to burst you down. Now that you don't have flash, I would be a little more concerned. Yeah. Okay, good. Nothing happens. Rengar's there. He tells on himself. He doesn't know he's telling on himself. He doesn't have ult. Remember, every time your jungler comes around, think about whether or not he has his ult up yet, and check for yourself. If he doesn't have his ult, then you don't have to play off of him at all. This is good. This is a good triple. There's no way you guys lose this, right? Dude, there's no way. There's no way you lose this. You gotta be trolling me, dude. Okay, they get the dragon. Now what happens? Good kiting. How do you lose? I'm more interested in how you lose as an 8-0 Jinx. Okay, they engage on you. You're a little timid positionally. All right. Okay. Let's back this up. Your positioning here is pretty bad. Alright, this is your first mistake, okay? This is more of a team fight error than anything. I don't know why you're running in... Okay, I don't know why you're running into the fog of war. I don't know why you're running away from your support. I don't know why... I don't know what you see, or like why you think you need to go this way. But when you're running into the fog here, that's a big mistake. You should be back, like... This doesn't really provide you any certainty of the situation at all. Alright? This, stepping back, off of raw damage alone, you can literally just... This ult is horrendous. Your positioning makes it okay. Okay? His ult is awful. You could literally just walk backwards and auto this guy to death. He has nothing. He has no items. Like, we already know, like, okay, he has Cinder Hulk, but he isn't just gonna fucking tank it out with you. So yeah, I think when you're playing Jinx, don't get away from lanes. Jinx is one of those. She's kind of like Caitlyn, man. Like, you want to be thinking more like, I'm just gonna push down the lane and they're gonna deal with it. The minute you start doing this funky shit where you get off to the side, all flanky, you have no escape, so you don't really do anything once you get into these positions. You really want to just fucking be with your team, let your team take care of you, and just dish the damage out. And you're so fed that when you split off, like, you make this fight so bad for them. And I don't know why Garrett's splitting off either, but he's running away too. This is you being timid, mostly. And you're kind of thinking, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then once it's, and another little mental note I want you to make is once you fucked up, and trust me, man, I fuck up like this all the time, especially like ADC, like sometimes you're in the wrong place, wrong time, whatever. But once it's pretty clear, watch this. Once it's clear that the fight just became, really weighted. So once Garen goes down, you pretty much know. You pretty much can tell, shit, my team's all dead. You need to space the fuck out. Because I can tell you right now, if I'm in this position, and I know this is a silver game, but if I'm in this position, I'm thinking, damn, I'm going to kill this fucking Jinx and get this shutdown and get my team a bunch of gold and a bunch of XP and all sorts of shit. Okay, so once it's a 5-on-2, your ass needs to back the fuck up. You fucked up positionally, but it's not a big deal. But now you need to just back away. The only excuse you can have to try to like pick off a kill and get away is if you had flash, but you don't, and you're playing Jinx. And Leona makes the man play. and get you. Oh no, and Orianna too. Orianna flashes in. And you guys just get like, you guys just get bamboozled. That's pretty sick, actually. All right, so you get aced. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. That positional mistake doesn't lose you the game, okay? In my opinion, that's definitely not a game-losing mistake. Nautilus shouldn't be with you, but whatever. Your team's pushing bottom or top. Okay, you get engaged on here. Alright. This is just them. This is just red team being fucking clutch. Alright, here's what happens. Alright. So you don't really know. We could probably turn off Fog of War here and keep it for blue. You don't really. Oh, yes, you do know. You have some info. Let's see what you see. Your team's going top. You're alone. Completely alone here. You have vision of 3 members going top. The minute you see this coming for you, you gotta know. You gotta know that they want you. So, at this spot here, you don't have flash. Yeah, you're just fucked. This is kind of an unfortunate catch, really. Like, there's not much you could have done other than, I mean, you can anticipate, like, you could anticipate walking upriver is dangerous just because you have no turret here. So this, yeah, I think in this spot, and you gotta remember, Jinx is ultra fucking position, alright? Ultra position, and these are the spots where, like, you see, they have Leona, they have this fucking fish-eating guy, like, they have a bunch of shit that can catch you. So you have to be very, very concerned with your positioning. If you have a turret here, I would probably just chalk this up to being just unlucky, because they did kind of collapse on you in a weird timing, and it's just really funky. And your team went top, so it just makes shit a little weird for you, and you kind of want to like rotate down to mid. But like I said, this turret isn't here, so you probably should have just backed. Because with the turret not being here, this is like a green light, man, and they know you don't have an escape. And that's why they go ham on you here. Plus, your team's in position to take a turret, so the safe route is always good. When you know, I think you do know moments ago that they are bebopping all around this side of the map. You just got scared and pinged away. See? And your team did rotate up. So technically, like, if we're speaking from a pure game theory mindset, yeah, backing and then just moving forward into mid would have been the correct move. So that route upriver, they just fucking. Let me look at this again. I don't know what made them, like, that's really well played by them, because honestly I didn't expect them to collapse that way, and they did. So let's see what they see. We'll view Renekton. They see you. You step on a ward. And they fucking know. They fucking hone in on you. So yeah, correct move from a game theory perspective is just back and then hold mid while they push top. Because they can't really dive you under a turret with Nautilus there. And they're not going to do it. They're really not going to do it even 5v2. Not at the CLO. And they're going to be scared that they're going to lose their inhib if they do it. So they're not going to dive you. So, yeah, I know you're fed and you're feeling like a hero, but you got to remember, anytime I'm fed on Jinx, I'm always thinking, like, position, position, position. So, yes, I don't think the river move was bad if you had your turret. They don't know where you are, but they do know, I mean, they don't know where your team is, I mean, but they do know that you're alone and there's no turret for you to fall back to or for your team to fight and then fall back to, so they're definitely going to collapse. They have control of this whole region of the map right now. Anyways, moving on. Going forward. So you do break inhib turret though. That's really good. Where are we? You get dragon. Let's move to Blue Fog War here. Good flash. Okay, you're so big that this fight should be going your way. Renekton's top, so you should be green light in your mind. Okay, so what you should be thinking here is just push down mid. I don't really like going for an inhib. For the reason that they can engage on you and there's not much you can do about it when they spawn. So I actually like this choice. Yeah, your team, yeah, ignore them. I don't know if heal is necessary quite yet, but whatever. We'll accept it for now. So, like I said, the reason not go for inhib here is because, yeah, you might get inhib, but you're probably going to die if you do it. So that's good. Unstoppable. You have QSS. Good. I was just going to tell you to QSS. Dude, how do you lose? This Ori's going off. Once your team starts getting picked like this, you need to get into turrets soon. Rengar gets caught. You should be thinking, Rengar's dead, I don't want to fight, I don't want to fight, I don't want to fight, I just want to clear, 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 I don't want to get dove, that's what you're doing, this is all good. People are just getting caught. But where are you? Where are you? They don't have a Baron, and you are fed. You're behind your front line. Like, you have this tendency to step away from your front line. Work off of them. Work off of them. Stay behind them. And stop splitting off. Oh, I see. You were trying to clear mid. Alright. So you go to clear mid. And then Nautilus goes in, but now you're separated. Yeah. Positionally, I think you guys as a unit were kind of fucked up there. But I would have liked you staying with your front line a lot more. Definitely hit that auto. Hit that auto. Nice. Tom's diving in. Step into it. Here comes the taunt. What was that? Can I cue the Benny Hill music for a minute here? Hold on. Where's the Benny Hill music? I'm gonna have this on a fucking hotkey. What the fuck was that? Dude. Can we go back here for a second? Have you ever seen a more obvious kill missed, like, ever? Look at this. Look at this fucking Tom, dude. Wait. Let's zoom in on him. Where the fuck is he? Look at this fucking guy. Right? You're like, wow. What a silly dive, right? You're thinking, wow, that's real silly. But look at Ari, dude. Look at this Ari. Look at this. This is the freest kill. This dude just ulted into a fucking base Nexus turret, dude. No minions! Nobody in position. Look at this, Ari! This is tunnel vision, dude! Look at this! Look at this fucking guy! Have you ever in your life seen a more free kill wasted? Oh my god. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Alright, so you start getting some kills, getting some money back. You guys do Baron. This is all good. Wait, you guys are gonna lose in a really gross way, aren't you? You guys are gonna lose in a gross way. Oh my god. Your build is good. I have no qualms with your build. I think you've built the right way. Okay, so they go to try to like do some funky like push. Oh yeah. You don't get caught there. Callista gets caught. You go right down mid. Oh my god. Oh my god, no! That's why! Dude! Wow! That was really big, man! Alright, check this shit out. You got addicted. You got addicted to the farm. That's what it was. Alright, check it out. This is how you need to view this. Renekton's coming for you, right? You see that. You see that. He's coming. He's coming. He's backing away. He's backing away. You start doing golems. Ahri's top. Remember, Ahri is top. Ahri is top. You're not fucking around with the Renekton. You're fucking with this guy too much, first of all. You're not gonna fucking solo this guy ever in a million years, so stop fucking with him. Okay? Get your farm. Right here. Big mistake, dude. Big mistake. You know, I go home guards in a lot of my games for reasons like this, okay? This would be the spot. They realize that Ahri... This is what happened here. Alright? They realize that Ahri is top. For some God-given reason, Ahri is top. Okay? I don't know why she's up there. I have no clue. But she's there. This doesn't mean the game's over. But what you need to do is you needed to just back and home guard forward. Or you didn't even need to home guard per se, but you needed to just fucking back. Once you realize that this guy's out of position, you can tell. Once there's 4 people, like they're aggressively posturing, like right here, they're sitting on the turret. That means they're pushing. As soon as you see that, you don't walk anymore. Walking is over. You just press back. All right? If Renekton comes for you, you can kill him right now. There's nothing really stopping you from killing him if he comes for you to try to stop you from backing. Because legit, all you have to do, wait for a stun and then kite him back with the fucking, with your chompers. So you can kill him. You just need to press back right now. Okay? You didn't press back. Instead, you walked. Backing, positionally, is better. But what's even worse, is you walked in here. Remember, same concept as up here. You did great in lane because Jinx is a great lane, like, she just pushes lanes, and just like Caitlyn. Okay? But you have to remember, every time in the mid and late game, your position, the ideal spot is not in this side. Like, not on the sides, you have no escape. You need to think, okay, you didn't back, that's fine. Walk around this motherfucker. Walk around, okay? That's all you had to do. This game, all you had to do was walk around. That's how I view how fed you are. All you had to do was walk behind, and the game's afloat. When you walk at them, when you give give away your advantage is once you have a front line, it's over. Okay? And once you have a damage lead with that front line, the game is dead. Even if they get on you, sometimes you're still going to kill motherfuckers. But you're not even giving your front line a chance. Half of the game you're spent off to the side. And the other half, you're like, not backing. Like, you should have just backed and walked forward. Remember, think Jinx. When you think Jinx, we are pushing. We are pushing. We are pushing. We aren't in the jungles. We don't want to be here. We don't like this. We only like this when our team has vision and there's a front line. We like to push lanes. Okay? We come from behind front lines. Alright? So, you die. You try to take a greedy route, all you had to do was walk here. That gives them the green light to now dive your team. Ari's thinking, I'm just going to backdoor the inhib, which is a very ugly, ugly backdoor, but whatever. Nothing you can do now that you're dead. And the other thing, dude, the stakes are fucking raised. Alright? The stakes are raised because you are the damage on your team right now. You have a Garen and a Nautilus. They are the front line. Okay? These are the guys that will make sure that your life is easy. Alright? But not if you position that way. So now the game is pretty ugly because you have a Fed Orianna that knows what she's doing. Position behind the front line. Don't leave turret. This is all good. This is really good. This is the best positioning you've had all game. Don't know why you keep stepping out in front. There's nothing there. Front line, front line, front line. This is the game-throwing moment, isn't it? Wow. Alright, let's look at this. What happens to you? Let's slow this down. So this is how it happens, huh? This is it. This is the moment. Let's break this down. Positionally, you even step back behind your front line this time, which is really good, which is nice. Alright, Nautilus ults and engages instead of peeling. Whatever. Now, you get ulted by Leona. You're running away. That's what... Oh, no. How did you die so fast? Was the minion damage that much? The QSS a little slow. Stunned again. Does Leona have Thornmail? No. That's it, dude. I mean, you literally got engaged on under siege minions, and that was it. I honest to God, did not think that you could die from that fast. Does Leona flash for you? Well, honestly, Leona hits a clutch ult, man. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Your role in the team fight, you have one thing that you have to make sure that doesn't happen in these team fights as Jinx, all right? One thing. You had the QSS primed. Make sure it's ready though. Like, you have it. And you shouldn't really die here. This Leona killing you really fucks up the entire... This is what kills the game because Ori misses her ult too. So, if you're not going to flash this, like, you could even, honestly, man, you could even bait this in these team fight spots, okay? Like, you could intentionally, and this is what you got to be thinking as a carry, too, all right? When you're playing something like Jinx, and I do this all the time when I go QSS, okay? I'm thinking about what I really want to QSS really fucking bad. What do I really want to cancel out? Okay? This is something you've got to anticipate. When you're going to these team fights, this is really the only thing that kills you. I mean, Kalista can, like, hard engage on you, but your team is creating a nice front line for you finally. So, all you really have to think about is this Leona ult. So, once you're, like, going into these fights, think ahead a little bit, put yourself ahead, and just be like, I just got to not get CC'd and deal damage. Like, that's it. That's all I got to do. I just got to not get CC'd and deal damage. In this spot, just be ready. Like, have your finger in, like, as you're going into these fights, think to yourself, like, remind yourself, I have QSS, I have QSS, I have QSS. You have to defeat engages versus this type of comp. This is Leona, this is a Renekton. You have to kite and survive the engage. So your priority in these fights is once you've got behind your front line, which is now, this is the first time in this game that you've gotten behind your front line. Your role in these team fights is to survive that initial burst of aggression. It's going to come out, and there's not much you're going to be able to do about it. You're not going to be able to avoid getting hit by it, but you need to mitigate it as much as possible. So, your first mistake, you didn't flash the Leona ult. You don't have to flash it, but if you're not going to flash it, you need to QSS. I mean, it's got to be on point. If you're buying that QSS item, it's got to be on point. It's got to be almost instantaneous. So you got to be thinking about this in advance. I'm going to get Leona ulted probably here. Or I'm going to get Renekton stunned. I have to have my finger on the trigger ready. So once that comes out, it's not, oh shit, I need to respond to being stunned. It's, motherfucker, you ult me, I QSS, I step back, I step into it. That's it. Okay? That's one of the dangerous things about playing Jinx, is that if a team does, and this Leona, you know, to her credit, this guy was on point all fucking game. Like, the lane might not have been perfect, but this guy was on point when catching you in these fights and, like, going in and aggressing on you and only you every fight. That's what you got to watch out for. These guys, if I'm supporting, if I'm playing like a Blitz, if I'm playing like fucking Rengar, if I'm playing like fucking Leona, if I'm playing Tryndamere, if I'm playing Riven, if I'm playing Ahri, if I'm playing Ori, there is no bigger target than you as a carry, as a support, as anything. You are the easiest fucking target in the world. So that's how you have to view every situation going into it. Remember, once you're fed, that's great. Stay behind minions, stay behind your front line, and just ping turrets and fucking siege them down. Ping turrets and siege them down. Notice, like I said, once you get outside of the lanes, shit gets scary as shit. But now, you gotta just anticipate this. Alright? Now that you're here in the spot, Nautilus engages. I don't like the Nautilus engage, but he engages. You gotta anticipate the counter engage now. Okay? And unfortunately, even though you were super fed, you don't really get to do a lot of damage in the mid to late game. And your stutter was good. Your micro was good after all that. It was good. It was just too little too late. And they probably end it before you get back. Oh, wow, yeah. And this is what happens. And that super minion carried. But hey, man. You know what? You know what? Your laning was solid. Okay? Your laning is solid. And here's the thing. Like, a lot of AD carries pride themselves on, like, how good they are in lane. But it's those spots, man. It's those spots in the mid game that really, really determine how good you are. You gotta be aware of a lot of stuff.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
It's those spots, like, what was it? The back? Where did we miss our back at? Right here. This was the spot. When we fuck this up, man, it cancels. Remember, positionally, you fuck this up, it cancels all of your hard work in the lane. When you play Jinx, okay? When you play Jinx, when you play Draven, dude, and here's the thing, I may not play a fuck ton of Jinx, but I play a fuck ton of Draven, and I did Diamond 1 last season, alright? When you play carries like this that fucking snowball hard, you have to be thinking about how is the mid game gonna look, okay? Your lane phase, great. Mid game, it was okay. Like you know to kite, you know to be afraid of the other team, but it's just these little these little routing errors, like just little routing errors, like routing in front instead of behind. Like that is, you are so, like, I don't think you understand how fed you are that you could have literally with your team pushed down objectives and just stayed behind them. I'm telling you, man, you could have just pushed down and won the entire game, just one at a time. Just push, 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 poke, 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 push, 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 GG. Okay? But, otherwise, you're fine. You're going to win a lot of games playing Jinx because I think you have I think you know how to farm. I think you know how to be afraid of engages. I think you know that. I think you had a little brain fart here, and that happens. And it was just the snowball effect of the other stuff, like the shitty Ahri, like the, you know, fucking Garen top is useless. It always is useless. Like, it's okay. Like, that shit, it's going to happen, and sometimes you're going to fuck up in clutch spots. But the positioning of, like, the routing errors, those are completely avoidable. But you got to remember when you pick this champ that it is, like, the primary goal is to just push down lanes. Just like Caitlyn, just like Draven. It's to just fucking bully your lanes and apply pressure that way. Don't get caught in the jungle skirmishes. Don't get caught in, like, the funky pathing. Come from base, in lane. Remember, push, push, push. All this shit means nothing to you. All this, you don't want it. You want to be in lanes where you thrive. Alright, guys, this is really good. Thank you so much for submitting this. Let me make sure I get your name right. Drew Finger, recent sub, the man. Thank you so much. And you guys, don't flame the dude. This was a really good gameplay to watch, just because you see that, like, even though you get fed, if you're playing any champion without an escape, it doesn't matter how fed you are. Your positioning is paramount. In some games, because you're picking a champion without escapes, you're not going to be able to abuse the other players quite as much, okay? You're going to rely on your front lines. You're going to rely on, you know, your Nautilus, Garen, and shit like that to get shit done. So that's why a lot of your guys that are climbing elo like to have champions that have some sort of, like, escape mechanism to avoid spots like this where, oops, I fucked up. I fucked up positionally. I get shut down. However, I do think Jinx is the way to go. Like, I don't think she's bad at a lower elo. I think it's just off of raw damage and people underestimating burst and all that stuff and the CC chain and all that shit. I think she's good. But just remember, stuff like this, positions like this, walking out of Leona, no good. Just remember that this is how it can turn, man. Alright, this is Martin, ECD, SpinchGaming.tv, doing another LoL replay review with Drew Finger on Jinx Silver 2 Elo. Yeah, if you guys like this, please subscribe, tell your friends. I love all of you. And stream, I'm heading out. And YouTube, I'm heading out. I think this is where I stop. Alright? Peace! Crackers. Oh, wait, before I peace crackers. Dude, if you want to have your replay reviewed, send these replays to lolreplayreview@gmail.com. This guy's got picked because he told me what the game was, you know, I got ahead in lane, we lost, I fucked up. That's fucking great. That is a great way to learn, okay? So send those types of replays to me, lolreplayreview@gmail.com. I love all of you. I'm out for real this time. Peace, crackers.